It's your boy ZTR back with another video, and I want to basically talk about this Brother Polite situation that's been the biggest news going around the community for like the last 2 weeks. And before I continue, I want to say shouts out to all my new subscribers. Thank you everybody for choosing this channel. I do this for you. And before I continue, I just want to say that when I do information, I do these videos, I give you the real truth. Okay, I don't like to sugarcoat nothing. I was raised when you talk to somebody, give them the full truth. I was raised to know the full truth. I don't leave out details or nothing like that. And that's just how I was been raised. But when I do these videos, when I talk about certain individuals, I give you the whole details. I do thorough research, and I don't just take other people's word for it. Okay, but I want y'all to look at this article because Brother Polite has recently been arrested. His real name is Michael Nowak Jr. The man got arrested in Miami recently for allegedly having sex with an underage woman, a young girl that was 14 years old. So I'm going to read to you this article, and then I'm going to basically give my thoughts because I think this is really, really, really sick. For somebody that's supposed to be conscious, okay, for somebody that's supposed to be supposed to be doing things for the black community. He didn't basically wrote all these books. You talk about metaphysics. You give your perspective on religion, enlighten everybody that Jesus was truly a black man, right? This is somebody that Daylight was even cool with. You supposed to be having all this black knowledge. Okay, you supposed to be knowing the truth and everything. You supposed to be somebody that's inspirational. You got a lot of people that look up to you. You supposed to be a hero in the black community, and yet this happens. I'm gonna tell you my own personal opinion about it and what I think is gonna happen to him as soon as I get done reading this article. But this gonna mostly be a lesson, especially to the parents out there, for people who got kids. Because I got a 14-year-old daughter who I help raise and mentor. I told my 14-year-old, if I ever catch you with anybody that me and the family don't recognize, okay, if I catch you with any grown man that call themselves trying to pimp you out, trying to talk to you, knowing you underage, and I catch you getting in some person's car, I don't recognize, I don't know, I don't want to have to shoot nobody. I don't want to have to go to jail behind you, but I will. I told her that because she ain't been acting right recently. Okay, and these children, you got to guide them up to the way they supposed to go. And you got to protect your kids from such predators. There's a lot of child predators. And a child pedophile or a pervert comes in all shapes, sizes, and colors. No matter if they're white or black. Yeah, we oftentimes hear about the Catholic Church. A lot of these priests, these people calling themselves fathers, raping kids in their Catholic churches. With all these cases, we hear about what was going on in the movie, in the entertainment industry. But these things can go on all over the place. This happens with black people too. But let's continue. Let me read this article. So it says Brother Polite arrested for allegedly assaulting teen girl in Miami. So that means this happened in Florida months ago. This was back in February. Now this is according to NBC Miami that sent out the report. This is by the way, shouts out to Bernard Bean Smalls. I'm gonna give him a shout out now because I'm reading from his article from Hip Hop Wired. But the report says the suspect gave the teen alcohol and started dancing and touching the teen inappropriately, groping her, pressing her thighs and buttocks. So let's just scroll down really quick. This is for brother Polite here. Give me 1 second. Let's just read this up. All right, let's read this. NBC Miami reported the 36-year-old Michael Nowak Jr., also known as Brother Polite, surrendered to police on Monday, August 16th, for allegedly sexually battering a 14-year-old girl back in February. Now, according to the report, the alleged victim is the daughter of a woman Nowak was romantically involved with. Nowak's attorney David Torres states his client is innocent, boldly stating once the evidence is produced, he is going to be exonerated. So yeah, not guilty, nothing else. Which he's not making sense at all. That's not how you. That's somebody that only cares. That's somebody that knows. That's somebody that only cares about money. That lawyer is not being specific at all. Because it's not that easy. But let's continue. Now look at this woman here, right? Look how fine she is. So that right there, okay, you got women and it's fine. What are you doing with a 14-year-old? Now this could be the woman that he's been involved with. Okay, now I'm just letting you know that this could be the the mother of the daughter, the little girl. So like he says your presence was one of the best birthday gifts I ever had. Thank you for love and support. We shall see. So let's continue. According to the report, the alleged victim is making some very damning claims against Nowak. It claims that the motivational speaker and author who hails from Los Angeles asked the victim's mother if he could take the daughter to an after party being held at a Miami nightclub. The report further details that Nowak and the young girl returned to his hotel after finding out the club was closed. From there, things got really out of hand, with the victim making some serious allegations against Nowak. So it appears that the little girl told things herself. Per MSM, the report says the suspect gave the teen alcohol and started dancing and touching the teen inappropriately. All right. It goes on to say Nowak tried to force the teen to perform oral sex on him. The teen allegedly passed out and woke up to Nowak trying to make her throw up, the report says. These are serious allegations, but in any situation, there's always a motive. Tara said there's always a lot behind the scenes the public's not going to see. That's what the lawyer says. The report states that the girl's mother found her intoxicated and possibly on drugs with severe swelling on her mouth and lips. It later states that Nowak and the mother It later states that Nowak told the mother not to call police because it would ruin his career. Nowak was served with a DNA warrant in June and surrendered to police on Monday. Nowak's attorney called the police report only an allegation, further saying, we have no doubt that he is not the person. We're going to get him past this and back on his own life. We're interested to see how this plays out. All right, so let's just cut the brakes here, man, because my thing is, man, something ain't right. If this is a man. This man's 37 years old. If you got a woman like that, what are you doing with the woman's daughter? Okay, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Now, this dude, Brother Polite, I'm gonna be honest. Now, this dude later on, I don't know if y'all have seen his YouTubes. The man made a couple of YouTubes in the past couple of weeks trying to basically not even trying to say that he can't talk about the case. But my thing is, man, this guy is now sounding like somebody that's truly like innocent. The way Brother Polite is talking, he's coming as being real arrogant, real cocky. Now, when Brother Polite talks about people that's trying to just hating on him, he's giving people reasons to hate on him. Because lately, this brother has not been humble at all. He's been talking about his money, talking about his cars and everything. He got this and that, and the other. You somebody that got this woman here, but yet, you've been talking about your cars and everything. My thing is, if you got 7 wives, this guy stated in the past that he has 7 wives. So if you got 7 wives, then why do you need to be dealing with an underage woman? That don't make no sense. What do you need to be doing with a teen, somebody that's 14 years old? That don't make no kind of sense, man. I'm just being honest. I'm just keeping it real, y'all. Like, that's cold-blooded. I don't know this man personally, but that don't sound right. And my thing is, I don't blame. I'm not putting all the blame on him. I'm blaming the mother. This is when you blame the mother, right? Because if you're the mother, why would you give a man like this permission to take your daughter to a club in the first place? Let's cut the brakes now. Okay, what 14-year-old, what teen do y'all know is going to get into anybody's club out here in America, in the world alone? Because last time I checked, if there's any minor caught being in any club where there's alcohol involved in any one of these, especially these 21 older clubs, this man's 37 years old, so he ain't going to no 18 older club. And even then, if there's anybody underage that's not at least 18 or older, even if you're not 21, you go into anybody's club that's 13 years old, or anywhere between those ages, you're going to get the owner of the club shut down. I know that for a fact. I done been in many clubs already. I've done business in clubs, especially out there in Miami. There could be no club that allow any 14-year-old inside their facility at all. Because not only would that supervisor manager get a lot of heat on them, they go to jail behind that. That whole establishment will be shut completely down by the feds. No, what it was, and I'm gonna tell you what I think, man. This is obvious. This man's been eyeing that little girl for quite some time. The little girl is obviously developed like her mother is. I just shown you all that mother. That woman got a rack. That woman got a body. He been eyeing that little girl for a while. Cause y'all gotta understand. A lot of these child perverts, these predators, they prey on these kids. They only get to the kids through the parents. So if you have a son or daughter, you gotta be very mindful who you let your son and daughter hang around, or who you bring around your kids. Cause this man has bragged about having 7 wives. Okay, there's one article where he had 5 wives, according to this man got 7 women. Why do you need to be having sex with a little girl? It don't make sense. This is some R. Kelly type stuff. And yet people wondering why I don't respect R. Kelly as an artist, which I really don't. I don't respect R. Kelly's music at all. I don't want to have nothing to do with R. Kelly. I don't want to listen to R. Kelly in my car, house, nothing. Anybody that play R. Kelly gonna have to get away from me. I'm getting away from them. I remember in my own people had the nerve to argue with me about that. Cause let me explain something. Cause he's no different than R. Kelly. R. Kelly for like the last 20 something years, talking to and going with underage women. This is R. Kelly, who was legally married to Aaliyah. Aaliyah was 15 years old. This man was like 25, 26, or 27. He was in his 20s. Now, R. Kelly is an older man. He ain't no young dude. This man would go to high schools preying on little girls that he could talk to. Would send his manager to talk to try to recruit and scout younger girls to his liking. So not only was R. Kelly married to Aaliyah, this man has recorded himself on video twice with girls who were 13, 14 years old, around the same age the daughter that this man was screwing or trying to screw. Okay, this man made 2 porno tapes. The first tape was him peeing on a little girl, 13-year-old, in a hotel in California. Yes, apparently peeing is a thing. There's porn. There's a porn industry. There's porno for people who do peeing. Okay, some people got a fetish for that. There's some people there's some women out there or men, especially the gay ones, the one who deal with trannies. They like being peed on. Okay, that's a thing apparently. But then, so he went to R. Kelly went to court behind it, and he got banned from coming to California. He couldn't come to California anymore because of a restraining order. You have to pay that little girl's family off. But then he made another sex tape just a few years later with another underage girl, a girl that was like 16, had to be in between 15 or 17 at the time. Again, R. Kelly is so sick he recorded himself having sex with children. So it appears that R. Kelly's music was about little girls. That's why I don't respect it. Yeah, he's made good beats, he makes good music, he's a good producer, but it's clearly who he was actually talking to. R. Kelly wasn't talking to no woman his age, or a little younger than him, or a little older than him. He was talking to somebody young, somebody immature. That's what he was talking to. But my thing is, if you brother polite, why would you even get yourself even caught in that type of situation? Wouldn't it make better sense for you to take the mother out? Because apparently, this is what I also read too. I read this from sources, from people I follow, and from other sources. I looked at Sanyana. I looked at Tasha K's video. I looked at Carcino for Life, including Coin Brown. So I've looked at other YouTubers and people had some, basically gave they input on it. I've done some other digging and come to find out the mother and the daughter was having a heated argument. Okay, so for those who have teenagers, you know how they go. You know what I'm saying? Their hormones is getting in. You know what I'm saying? They growing up, they getting older, and they get bolder. So y'all know how this goes. But this woman and the daughter was getting into it. So Brother Black took it upon himself to basically say he's gonna take the daughter out to get some fresh air to cool down. Instead of taking his girlfriend, who he's romantically involved with, and just leave the daughter at home by herself, he's gonna take the daughter instead. So my mind, when I thought of that, I'm thinking to myself, okay, this is something that R. Kelly would do. Okay? Because remember, R. Kelly had recently, I think it was a year ago or 2 years ago, went to jail behind fooling around with more underage girls. R. Kelly just went to jail behind the same thing. But my thing is, Why would you take somebody underage to a club, especially in Miami? I'm still trying to figure it out. How is that girl gonna get in unless he had a fake ID already for that daughter, that little girl? That man already had a 14, had a. It's obvious the little girl might be fully developed, might have been developed, but I guess it's obvious the girl, the daughter looks just like the mother. That's just my speculation. So he apparently already had a fake ID ready for her. So he's gonna try to take this underage girl to a club, to an after party at that, late at night, and you get there to the club, it's closed already. Right? So my thing is, this man wanted to find an excuse to screw that little girl. That's the only thing I can, in my mind, I could come up with after hearing this story, after hearing the reports. This man been eyeing that little girl and been wanting to screw her for a long time now, for quite some time. But then you take her back to your hotel. Now, be honest, mind you, there's cameras at every hotel. See, this man is out on bail now, but Brother Polite gotta go to court. He got a court date set. And I can guarantee you that as we speak, the FBI, the DA, the investigators, the detective that's on this case, he's already interviewed the hotel manager. Okay, he's interviewed the housekeeping. He's interviewed people at that club that he's supposedly headed to. And it's clearly that the daughter have actually told her story. She's told she's told authorities already. That's how all this is coming. This is how he got arrested. Because he had to surrender a DNA test. Okay, anything something like this go down, there must be a DNA test. Now, according to DNA evidence, and y'all can look that up for yourself if you think I'm lying. It's out there. I'm just not pulling up the report. But if you read the report, it says that they found semen drops, spurts of semen from his body on that little girl's shirt. Okay, so the little girl had semen stains on her shirt that matched his DNA. All right. So, but to me, that lawyer gonna lose. That lawyer is not talking clear. He's not really not thinking clearly at all, because if there's DNA evidence involved, and he's at a hotel knowing there's cameras, he got a clue. He can't be saying it like that. You can't say that there better be somebody else, and we know this ain't him, because who else is gonna be? That lawyer is not sounding like he's going to win that case. I'm gonna be very honest. That lawyer is not sounding. That lawyer is not thinking clearly at all. But the way Brother Polite's talking, he talk like his money gonna get him out. That man talking like he arrogant, like he talking like he's gonna like this is just, he talking like this don't faze him at all. This man's not talking. This man's clearly not in his right mind. It sounds like Brother Polite know he's guilty. He knows he's going down. He's trying to take everybody down with him. Brother Polite's after anybody who he has a problem with. That's who he's basically calling out. If you looked at Brother Polite's last two YouTube videos, Brother Polite's talking like he's going down. He's going to take everybody else down with him. That's what it sounded like. Because I'm going to tell you right now, the course takes child pedophilia very seriously. Okay? Believe it or not. Anytime there's statutory rape to a child, they get right on that case. They take it very seriously. And if there's DNA evidence that match him, oh, you going down. He's going down for at least 10 or 15 years or more. In my personal opinion, I think he did it. Because again, we've seen this time and time again. Now, even with R. Kelly, we've seen that there's many reports of child pedophile, of men raping these little kids. Okay, this has been going on for years. And see, the problem is, Brother Polite has a sexual demon. This is a lust problem. He obviously has a lust demon. You got 7 wives, which tells me this man is just a pedophile. He's a pervert. Okay, he lusts after all kinds of women. And when you have a lust problem, it leads to you looking at children. You eventually get tired of women, of the older women. You want you something young. But notice, Brother Polite couldn't do this with a girl that was 18. Okay, I could see if he was doing it with an 18, 19-year-old, because they young adults. And not even they was in high school. They was fresh out of high school, already graduated, they on their way to college. Okay, I can see that. I can see if Brother Polite was going to one of these junior colleges or one of these university levels. If the daughter was 18 and 19, I wouldn't have nothing negative to say. You can't say nothing about it because they're 18. We're 18, you're legal to have sex legally. When you're 18 and older, we're 18 and older, you can buy cigarettes, you can buy porno at the age because you're legal adult. But somebody that's 14 years old, come on, man, that's way too young. I'm sorry, y'all, that's just too young. That's a child. Okay? Yeah, my 13-year-old about to be 14. I got a little girl at home, man. Like, come on now. But it's obvious Brother Blight has probably been doing this before. This ain't the only time. It's just now he's gotten caught, and he's mad that he's gotten caught. And so because Brother Blight's getting embarrassed, and because that girl told, now he's taking his anger out on everybody he has a problem with. And that's the vibe I'm getting from him in those YouTube videos. I could tell just by his energy and the way he speaks. This man knows he's finna get time. He knows he's going down. He knows he's going to prison. Come on now. If they got DNA evidence that match you, ain't no getting out of that. Brother Blight better hope for his sake that lawyer is that good. Because it ain't looking too good for him at all. I'm going to tell you this right now. And let that be a lesson. We got to stop idolizing these supposed heroes, these intellects. Because lately, Brother Blight been thinking that he ain't the same Brother Blight. So this man been getting all this money and monetizing all his videos and getting all this paper. This man has made a lot of money behind his books and everything. He been getting real arrogant and real cocky. So he feels he can have sex with underage girls and get away with it. He didn't think that little girl was gonna tell. Again, it says the mother found her daughter with stains, drunk. That means she found it looked like she was on drugs, so she wasn't looking the same at all. So that same woman basically called the police, or told somebody, and then that little girl told whoever she told. The word got back to authorities, and they came at him. And normally cases like this do happen for months, because again, they got to run evidence. So it's not looking too good in him all. He has a court date set, and again, the truth gonna be revealed. You reap what you sow. Now I'm gonna treat him with the same energy I'm treating R. Kelly. I got no respect for men like this, especially somebody that got 7 wives. You get any woman you want to, but yet you want to go with a child. I have no respect for that at all. None whatsoever. But again, it goes to show you the devil comes in all disguises. The devil can be in anybody. No, this man, Brother Blight, he has demons. That man has a serious sexual demon. So when you're looking at all kinds of women, right, and you got 7 wives, eventually you're going to get tired of these women. You're going to look at something young. Okay, that's what this man been looking at little girls. This ain't the only time. This man has been looking at a lot of underage girls. Okay, I'm going to just tell you that now. Because he having sex with somebody that's in the 8th grade. That little girl's either in the 7th or the 8th grade. So he's looking at little kids. That's nasty. Again, this is why I got zero respect for R. Kelly as an artist and as a person. I don't care how good his music is. He's a pervert. He's a child pedophile. That's what the hell he is. And Brother Blight's the exact same way. Because it says he took her back to the hotel. That means there's camera footage. There's video footage of him and that little girl at a hotel. Okay? That means people saw this guy come in there. That means you got security guards that watch you. But there's cameras. That means the detective, whoever's on the case, they probably interviewed the person, the clerk. Because when you check into these hotels, these clerk, I know when you came in. So that's just what it is. They got evidence of you coming in with that little girl. And they see this man by himself, that little girl, that means it's true. You can't lie. And my thing is, why would you be alone with a 14-year-old in your hotel room anyway? And I'll be honest, man, even with my own kids, I'm not going to be alone with my kids in no hotel room. They going to have their room. Their room going to be separate than mine. Okay? If I take anybody that's like 14, 13 years old anywhere, this going to be at a birthday party with people we actually know. Or if I'm working Lyft or I'm working Uber. Okay? And if I'm dating somebody with kids, I'm coming for the wife. I'm coming for the woman. Excuse me. That's somebody I'm married to. I don't commit adultery. I don't fool with let me repeat that again, because I don't fool with nobody's no woman that's married. If I'm dating anybody with kids, I'm there to see they mother. I'm not there to see them. If I'm dating a woman that got kids, I'm coming to see the woman. I don't come there for her kids. I don't want to spend time with her kids. I come there for her and her only. This is a married man, okay? Brother Blight is married, okay? You a married man, but yet you having sex with a little girl. That's despicable. You know, that don't make an ounce of sense at all. But that tells you when you got all this power, you got this fame, you feel you're on top of the world. You can just get away with it. He thought he was gonna get away with it. And to be honest, this man has probably had sex with other women that was underage. And so he probably paid those girls off, or he did something to where they didn't tell. Cause the truth gonna come to the light, man. You reap what you sow. Cause that don't make no sense at all. Like I'm just, that makes me lose respect for you. And I'm gonna say this right now. Anybody that thinks he's being set up, I need to know why. Anybody that thinks this man is being set up, anybody that thinks this man is like truly innocent, I'm questioning your motives. I'm gonna question you as an individual. Because sometimes everything ain't no conspiracy theory. Sometimes, man, everything ain't a setup. I'm gonna be very honest, man. Like I'm gonna be very honest. Like, who would want to set you up with a little girl anyway? Who does that? What grown man gonna use a 14-year-old or 13-year-old little kid to try to set somebody up? And why would you put that little kid in position to get raped anyway? That's what I'm still trying to figure out. If somebody's really trying to set this dude up, why would somebody use somebody that's underage to do it? If you trying to use somebody that's underage to set up another individual, you are just as guilty, because this man could easily, the person you try to set him up with, he can have sex with that person. Okay? Even if they rape him or not, again, dude, that's still wrong. That's still nasty. No, didn't nobody set Brother Polite up. Nobody's that dumb. No, what it is, he got caught. He thought because he's Brother Polite, he got all these cars, right? You got all this property, you got all these buildings. You get to go out and travel all these places. You wrote all these books, and you a hero, right? You conscious. No, he thought he was just big and bad. He thought he can't be touched. He thought he was above the law. But when that court date is set, I will be reporting on it. When he get hit with that verdict, I think he's going to jail. My personal opinion, this man is definitely going down. And I'm gonna let y'all know this right now. For those who watch this video who's been to prison or you've been in jail already, you already know how it goes down with men like this. Any man that's reported a sexual offender or a pedophile that's went to jail, that's going to prison, those are the ones that get raped. Those are the ones who get it up the you know what. And they get tortured severely. Badly too. I guarantee you, he's going to get what R. Kelly's getting to him now. He's going to be somebody's you know what in jail. I'm going to tell you that right now. Not only he's going to be getting beat up, he's going to be having other things done to him behind that little girl. Because you got to understand this too. There are inmates who also got daughters. There are inmates who got kids that can't see their children. Okay? The inmates got kids too. And the inmates don't want nobody his age having sex with their daughter who's 14, 13 years old. And if I'm the baby daddy, if I'm the father, the biological father of this little girl, not only am I going to check the woman, my baby mama, I'm coming after him. Me and Brother Platt going to have to get down. He going to catch the fade. I'll make very sure I'm whooping his ass. I'm dead serious. I'm damn near ready to freaking break this dude's neck. Because somewhere, and again, even if the woman is divorced that he's fooling around with, or her baby daddy in jail, he ain't getting away. I guarantee you, the man of the daughter, right? The man who's the father of that little girl he tried to have sex with, he didn't heard the news already, and it's already making plans to come after this dude. And I don't wish no harm on nobody, but in this case, you deserve what you get. Brother Polite deserved what he got coming to him. I'm gonna be very honest. All this means this man is nasty, okay? But again, he has a sexual demon. It's a lust problem. Because you can have sex, you got 7 wives. Okay, you got all this change, you got all this money, right? You look like you looking now, you can get any woman in the world. Why do you need to have sex with a little girl unless this is what you're into? And all that tells me, Brother Polite been doing this for a while now. This ain't the only time. In my personal opinion, Brother Polite been having sex with women, with little young ladies, young girls who are 15, 16, 14 years old. That man had probably had sex with another 14-year-old girl in the past. This is not the only time. Okay? Again, you watch somebody very closely, you let them talk, they're going to reveal who they really are. OG told me that just in December when I was in Mississippi. One of my family. He told me, man, let somebody talk. Just stay quiet. You let somebody talk long enough, they're gonna reveal to you who they truly are. What's done in dark gonna come to light. So my thing is, if the hotel, every hotel got cameras. Okay, every hotel has a camera footage. They know what car you're rolling in. There's cameras everywhere. And see, forensic science, that's what it's for. Fingerprints, footprints, right? They said it. They caught semen stains on that girl's shirt. So when he was trying to get a blowjob, the girl might have did it to him already. I'll be honest, they probably already had sex. He could have been trying to hit that while she was unconscious. You don't tell how nasty this man is. So I'm just gonna end this video by saying we gotta watch who we basically pay attention to, who we listen to. Y'all, ain't nobody perfect. I don't idolize no man. I don't put no man before God anyway. I love God more than anybody. I love God more than my own family. But any man his age that's 37 years old with 7 wives who have the nerve to even get along with a 14-year-old girl and not the woman. First of all, again, I'm gonna repeat this again. Why didn't he have sex with the girlfriend? Why didn't you want the girlfriend to give you head? Why didn't you take the girlfriend back to your hotel and let the daughter by herself? The daughter could have been left alone at the house by herself. Because when kids get those ages, they can take care of themselves. They don't necessarily need no babysitter no more. The only time a child needs a babysitter when they like 10, 9, 8 years old. Okay. But when they get like 13, in between like I say 13, 14 and up, they don't need no babysitter like that no more. They should know right from wrong. And you got to start trusting them to give them responsibility. If I was brother polite, I would have instead took the girlfriend who I'm dating and who I'm seeing, who I'm interested in. I would have tried to take her to after party, took her back to my hotel. I would have left the daughter at home because you're not there for the daughter, you're there for the girlfriend. But to the girlfriend of this dude, shame on you. Okay? Let me get that out there right now. To this woman here, okay? I don't know your name, I don't know who you are, but you ought to be ashamed of yourself. You halfway responsible for this. That you don't need to have custody of that little girl no more. This is your fault. Just like I'm blaming him for being a nasty pervert and attempting to even, first of all, for him even taking a girl to a club, knowing full well she got no business there, that's just wrong on all levels. Okay, like I said, it's some R. Kelly type stuff. So yeah. Not only I'm getting on this R. Kelly type dude, I'm getting on you specifically. Okay, because obviously this is the girl, this is the woman he's with. This is the mother of the daughter. And if I'm wrong, I'm lying, right? But again, to the mother of the daughter, you allowed this to happen. Why would you let this dude? Why would you let a man, right, that you're dating, take your daughter away in a car without you? So to you ladies that's watching this video, watch who you let your kids be around. Okay, if you're no longer with your baby daddy, you and your husband have broken up and y'all divorced, okay, and you dating somebody else, do not let no man, okay, take your kids, your daughter, whether she be 12, 13, 14, or even 17 years old, nowhere without you. Don't let them go nowhere without you around. Because if that's the case, why didn't you take both of them? Why didn't you take the daughter and the mother and take them somewhere they can clear their head and try to solve this out? Why you didn't do that? Unless this man was after the daughter the whole time and it just goes to the mother. It's obvious the daughter got a shape like her mother. That's what's obvious. And that attracted him. That man had been planning to have sex with that little girl anyway. That's the only thing I could come up with. But to the mother, shame on you. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. Whether the mother is this woman or not, again, she's half to blame. She need to go to jail too for that. Matter of fact, because you allowed that man to rape your daughter. And see, y'all got to understand too, when children get those ages, okay, again, they got hormones, like I mentioned earlier. They got hormones, all right? They starting to grow. Young boys who are 14, 13 years old, they start developing, their bodies start producing sperm. So they start looking at older women. Same thing with these girls. They start looking at men. Men start looking good to them. So y'all got to be careful. Y'all got to really raise and watch your kids when they get those ages. And you gotta watch out for predators like Brother Polite. Cause we seen R. Kelly do this time out and time again. Okay, it's there's something wrong in his head. He's sick. It's a demon. The devil uses people like him as a wolf in sheep clothing. He's basically a false prophet. The devil uses people like Brother Polite to make you think that he's all good. But behind closed doors, this dude is planning and plotting to take away somebody's innocence. That man is plotting how he gonna get with your daughter. And the same thing goes with women. There's some women who are basically the same thing. There's women who have sex with little boys. I'll just watch a video of a woman who allowed herself. It was a Caucasian woman that allowed herself to get gang banged by 5 high school dudes. Her daughter threw a party that she divided the chaperone, but she decided to get drunk and start hitting on these little boys. This is a woman who told the 16-year-old boy to help her in the shower and had sex with that boy and started screwing 4 other boys. So there are girls who are there's women who are perverts too. There are women out there who prey upon these young boys. You often hear about these teachers that's going to jail all the time, fooling around with these young men from high school and middle school. Okay, a predator could become a male or female. So yeah, Brother Polite needs to go to jail, but this woman needs her daughter taken away. This woman don't need to be no parent no more. Okay? Because any woman that allow her daughter, her 14-year-old daughter, to go with a grown man, a fully grown man that's 37, to a club without her, something wrong with him. That's somebody that don't need to be having children. That's somebody that is not responsible around kids at all. It's not doing a good job protecting their children. This woman don't need to be around that daughter no more. That woman needs to go to jail too for that. I'm gonna be very honest. She need to be punished. If I'm the judge, I'm arranging for that daughter to be taken away from that mother, and that mother need to get help. Something is seriously wrong with her. Cause you can't be that damn stupid. I'm sorry, and it's too many predators out here. No, Brother Polite is literally nasty. Right? He got a nasty mind. Like I said, this man got women